Not everyone is exactly thrilled about it. As Nevada was up in the roll call, one delegate held up a sign that read, "Rigged." If you look closely, he's standing toward the back, right in the middle. Other delegates then jump in and try to cover up the sign with their own. Joining us is 13 Action News political analyst Jon Ralston to talk more about the roll call and the political history behind all this. So what do you make of Nevada's roll call today?
Well, you saw that, the rigged sign. Nevada had a contentious primary. You may remember, people don't remember, Steve, Nevada was pivotal in this election. We helped stop Bernie Sanders' momentum. He had done well in Iowa, won New Hampshire in a landslide, was coming here, it turned a 25-point lead into a single-digit race, and then Nevada, Hillary won, and then went on to win South Carolina and essentially locked up the nomination after that. But the Bernie folks here were still upset. They swarmed the conventions, remember? Then
Right.
They had that very contentious convention in May.
And the whole caucus issue was a big issue with them also because they felt they were, I guess, at somewhat of a disadvantage to the Hillary machine.
Right. It's the whole thing that came out in the DNC leaks, right? That the establishment was out to get them, that they put their finger on the scales for Hillary Clinton. They accused the leadership of the party here of doing it. In fact, Harry Reid, the consummate establishment figure here, called the culinary union in the middle of the caucus, got the culinary folks to put out their members, many of whom voted for Hillary Clinton. Did that make the difference? She won here by 5 points, turned the race around. There's still a lot of bitterness. You saw it there. There was a walkout after Hillary Clinton made history. The Bernie Sanders folks walked out, some of them a relatively small number. So it's still roiling in Philadelphia. So there's unity, almost.
Do you think Bernie can do anything over the next few days to really get the glue gun out and give them the unity that they're hoping for?
He's going to try. He's going to some delegation breakfasts. He's going to try to meet with these delegations and say he supports Hillary Clinton. But I thought long ago that Bernie Sanders lost control of his own revolution. I mean, you saw some of his folks were even booing him during his own speech on Monday evening. So these are folks, it's a very small number of Bernie Sanders supporters, but they're very upset. Many of them are new to politics. You've heard about all the millennials supporting Bernie Sanders. They don't want to worry about rules or anything like that. They believed in something, and now it's gone as they see it. So it's going to be tough to rein that back in. The question is, what percentage of those folks go for Hillary Clinton in November? Polls show close to 90%, but every little bit could make a difference, right?
We would be remiss if we didn't talk about just the historic significance of a woman leading a major political party ticket. It's been around in the UK for years. One of the most famous, Margaret Thatcher. So
right.
Finally, that day in the U.S.
Yeah, and in Europe, it's not that uncommon. You have Angela Merkel, who was the leader of Germany. But here, where women only got the right to vote, remember, it's in 1920. I mean, come on, hasn't been that long, right? Relatively speaking, in history, it's quite the moment. And so I think that kind of history is not going to be overshadowed by a few people protesting.
No, or for that matter, a few people who will be speaking tonight. And Tricia has more on that. Tricia.